There's this never-ending chase for speed. We can get more and more of it, yet never quite enough. There's a feeling, though, that all these companies and racing drivers are always chasing. It's purity. Can you always get what you chase? Well, there's hits and misses.
This is the 2025 Nissan Z Nismo. Today we are at Sonoma Raceway. This vehicle, the Nismo is back, and today we're gonna find out what it's like to drive. Is it worth $65,000+ already? If you don't know, you're getting a 3-liter turbocharged, twin turbocharged V6, giving you 420 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque with a 9-speed automatic transmission with up to 50% faster downshifts in Sport Plus. This vehicle is engineered and designed by the Nismo team, and it's all about having track focus, and that's why we're stopping by here at the racetrack, and right now they're running races. It's really cool seeing when these companies build their track focused street cars, because you can drive them to the track, run them, and then drive them home. So today we're going to try to encapsulate what that experience would look like necessarily, and we're going to give you a walk around first, and then we're going to show you what it's like to drive.
We're interrupting this video with a quick commercial for SpeedPhenom.com. We're giving away this Ford Mustang GT for the 7th generation. You can enter to win it right now. All you have to do is go on SpeedPhenom.com. Anything you pick up on our website actually will give you automatic entries, such as buying track day tickets for our next track day at Willow Springs on June 8th. Anything from t-shirts, hats, and other merchandise also gives you automatic entries. There are so many ways to enter. Just go to SpeedPhenom.com. This is a very short giveaway, so hurry up, time is running out. I hope to hand you the keys.
There's a lot of really cool areas to point out on this vehicle, but first off, coming to the front end, you're going to see how you have this G-nose inspired front fascia, and what's really cool about it is that given its shape and also the canards you're getting on either side, plus the vortex generators and the flat underbody, you're getting improved downforce. But we'll touch base more on that in a second. Yes, I know it's dirty because we start out this video really trying to put miles on this vehicle to see what it's like for a road trip. Secondly, this honeycomb design on the front grille, that's brand new, and it's helping to not only give cooling towards the engine, but also it's diverting air towards the brakes, so giving you brake cooling. So yes, you have an intake here, and then you have the brake cooling going all the way to those front discs. Really neat to think about. Let's touch more in base about the downforce with reduced drag that you're getting with this vehicle. So here's where it gets interesting. Thanks to their GT500 race car, they have found unique ways to improve downforce, but not so much with the drag. First off, you're going to see with the side skirts and the side sills, you have a unique aerodynamic design, plus going all the way out back with this rear lip, it's actually wider, and what it's helping to do in combination with that rear diffuser is to give you more downforce again, while minimizing the drag. Some vehicles you'll see massive rear wings, rear spoilers, but with this it's very subdued, it's very professionally done, and I really love the design. I think looking at it, this vehicle is probably going to be timeless, right? It just feels like it's got all of the amazing JDM or Japanese vibes you want out of a Nismo, but it's so clean. It's clean, isn't it, with all the black aspects and then the red trim. So if you get gray, all this down here will stay red if you'd like. So really, you're going to find a majority of the upgrades that aren't visible when you're driving. For example, you have not only the wider wheels, front and back, that are 19 inches, that are forged alloy, but they've retuned the suspension, giving you faster spring rates to really improve the track performance. Furthermore, you have 15-inch brake rotors on this car. That's huge. Just to give you an example, that's about an inch off what the GT500 was. Now it's a huge Mustang. Then behind the wheel, they've also retuned the mapping of the electric steering rack. So it's faster and it's giving you more feedback when you're driving. That's really cool. Then they take it a few steps further with the chassis. So they've reinforced everything with front and rear crossbars and enhanced torsional rigidity with the underbody V-brace. So it's really peculiar talking about all these different upgrades with the vehicle. We haven't even talked about really the Recaro seats or anything behind the wheel when we're driving with our instant reactions yet. I'm excited though to share with you guys in this video all the engineering upgrades we're talking about here comes together, because quite visibly it's different, it's cooler, and I like it. Let's get behind the wheel. New problem here, guys. The hood's so long, I can't even see what's ahead of me. Oh, what do I do? Oh my gosh. I can't see anything. Okay. Whew. Okay, guys, just got out of the Nissan Z Nismo. Let's run across the street real quick. I think the angle's all wrong. Let me fix things a bit. There we go. So, city life so far with the Nissan Z Nismo. It's not too bad, right? I mean, you can park it completely sideways on a hill. It turns a lot of heads still, so you want to be careful with it. But this is so weird, isn't it? I mean, the hood is long, and we keep seeing these electric cars driving around. I mean, in an era full of those in the future, you don't want that. You want that. Let's shake it up, guys. There's literally no driver in that vehicle. It looks like comical, like Idiocracy. Okay, so far we've done the track side of things. We've not driven on track because it was actually a sanctioned race. But now we're in the city life atmosphere of San Francisco. And I mean, you can look around us. It feels so compact, so tight out here. But this vehicle's smaller. So it's not too bad to drive, I would say. But at the same time, I have noticed this vehicle, the hood is so long, when it goes to a parking spot and you're trying to park, I don't really have a good gauge or reference on how far to pull forward. I feel like I'm gonna hit the front end on a curb. But that's something that you'll probably just get better with over time. So far though, I've just been really poor with that. So the dimensions of how far the front end goes, it's iffy at times. I will say the brakes, yeah, the 15-inch rotors, the massive calipers, they're strong, they're very powerful, but on the street, they can be a bit much to polish and modulate or slow down with. Because my passenger here has constantly complained, right, with my poor braking ability, because I will barely touch the brakes and it's like slowing down so fast. So I've noticed that if I'm getting complaints, okay, so if my driving when I'm barely touching the brakes, you might too. So the brakes are powerful. It's performance car brakes. Now we're in the city street life though. There's no way you can stall a Nissan Z Nismo, everybody. So your confidence, your ego will stay there, because on these completely like angled hills, there's no manual. I'm getting full Steve McQueen vibes from Bullet right now. Oh, that's a really steep drop off. I'm gonna have to angulate it a little bit like that. Maybe that'll help us out. But man, the ocean's in front of us, the bay, and I think over there's Alcatraz. Wow, let's get in manual mode and get the full Bullet vibes, shall we? I ended up staying overnight outside San Francisco near Sonoma, but I made sure to hit the corners the next day. Okay, so currently we are in Sport Plus. We're in manual shifting. Let's get a feel for this Nissan Nismo. Whoa, the steering rack is pretty fast. I love the feedback. Oh my gosh. Downshifts are fast, they're crisp, and I love the throttle response. The entire vehicle just feels so sure-footed. Downshifting, man, it's quick. It's really quick for the downshifts. I'm surprised. Usually with these automatics, sometimes they can be pretty slow with downshifting, but with this, I mean, it's really instantaneous. Got some water right here. And the torque, wow. For being turbocharged, I mean, when I get on power, which you'll see right here, it's very linear with the throttle response and lets you get loose a little bit with traction control, but we're not going fast. We're going 20 miles per hour. It's neat. It's very neat. Just the feedback that you're getting behind the wheel while driving this car. I really am having a lot of fun with it so far. Let's check out this view up here. You know what, guys? I've driven so many cars over the years, and I'm in love with this thing. It's really just shocking to think about, because people, they know what it is. No matter where I drive, people are gravitated towards it. I think it's so fun, and I can't stop driving it. Is it the fastest car? No, but it's got style. And I think in this day and age,
that's what you should be looking for. For people to constantly recognize what this car is when I'm driving it, and for me to notice how pure it feels behind the wheel, it makes you just want to have fun. That is how I know I can recommend it. Don't forget to go to speedphenom.com and enter our short Mustang GT giveaway. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. It really does help me out, and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. While you do that, hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the new videos the second I post them. Thanks for watching again. I'll see you in the next one.